stuck in a dream, surrounded by colored leaves on the ground. As I stare at the tree, I see one fall down on my hand. As I start to explore, I can't ignore a man. He turned his head around, his face was on by the sun. I'm going out for a while, so I can get high with my friends. I'm going out for a while, don't wait up 'cause I won't be home today. Feeder and High, Blast from the Past. Well, not that. That's probably one of the more recent songs I play. It wasn't from the 60s. How are you? I was thinking of going back to Portrait, but then I thought I better... Tell me, I mean, you know, it's getting dark now outside, so it's only this light now, this little light. The mic works now, does it? Testing. Is that working? I have no idea. Or are you just hearing it through the... I mean, is that working? It's random. Testing. I don't know whether that's working or not. I mean, what's the fucking point? I mean, look, that's unplugged, right? And that's plugged. Is there any fucking difference? I mean, is there a difference? Right. This is the mic plugged in, right? Right. This is the mic unplugged. Right. For fuck's sake. Why don't things fucking work? How are you? You're saying yes, but I don't know what you're saying yes to, because I said, is that working or is that working? Is that better? Is this better? Just tell me where you're from. Sounds fine here. So this is, well, that's plugged in, but there's nothing, there's no little readout. I don't know that that's working at all. Fucking shambles. No difference. Okay, but they're both working basically, so it doesn't matter. Good. Just annoying. I want you to go, this is the best sound we've ever heard on a video. And the lighting's all right. I really do look like this. Doesn't get any better than this. No, you look fat and red. I am fucking fat and red. So the light's fine. So yeah, I wanted to ask your advice. Obviously, all my gigs this year and maybe into next year abroad are postponed. They've basically all been put back a year or whatever. I don't know. I'm going to basically end the tour about a year later than I would have. So I was meant to be playing the Palladium this month, and I can't because they've got to socially distance it, and we've got to turn half the people away if we did it. So it doesn't help. It's just, you can't. It's impossible. They're already sold out. That's the point. But I was thinking, I could do something else socially distanced that I haven't sold out already. And I'm doing some warm-ups. I'm doing, the first one goes on sale this Friday at the Forum, which is like 600 seats in a 1,200 capacity. And I'll just do a warm-up because I haven't done Supernature for like, 6-7 months. So I've got to top that up, change it a bit, keep it good for when it happens. And I thought, what I could do is something like this live or Deadly Serious. Me and a couple of other idiots put a venue where it's social distance, so X amount in X times 2 capacity theatre, but it wouldn't matter because this would be fine, wouldn't it? What do you think? Keep it nice and cheap because it's just a laugh. There's no preparation. We just turn up, but it would be a really entertaining hour and a half for cheaper than a big gig. I can only really do UK because I can't really travel. But yeah, just an idea, isn't it? Anyway, let's ask some questions, shall we? Joey, straight away with it. A cat. How is Catkins? Right. So if you don't know, we started fostering a cat. We've had him here for 3 days, and she was sort of rescued from a bad environment. So she's sort of scared and sort of depressed and hiding at the moment. But little by little, she sort of knows we're nice, so she ventures out now and again, and then goes back to a little safe space, and she's very, very sweet. So yeah, she's fine. She's fine, Joey. She's lovely, and she sat up on her haunches, and Ollie used to do that. So yeah, she's lovely. Would you rather? And this is Joey's question. Would you rather wake up 3 feet shorter with a head the size of a beach ball, or 3 feet taller with a head the size of a pineapple? Why? Why indeed, Joey? It's not my question. I don't know why. Whatever answer. Well, it's got to be shorter because I could live I think I could live a more normal. So it's basically just under 3 foot or just under 6 foot, 9 foot. I'd be about the same height as Robert Percy Wadlow. And look at the trouble he had. No, it's a strain. That's terrible. You can't. Whereas 3 foot, you can have a normal life. I haven't even got to the fucking head of a beach ball or a pineapple. that's so I'm 3 foot. I'm under 3 foot with a beach ball sized head. Fuck me. What's that like? It's like I'd look like something you'd put to show roadworks. What the fuck? But it's still better than nearly 9 foot and a head of a pineapple. So that's why. Just getting clothes. Yeah, give me 3 foot. Imagine if this happened. Imagine if this was something that would happen. I'd probably put more thought into it. You idiot, Joey. Emma, after yesterday's advice from Rishi Sunak for creatives to retrain, what career path will you be changing to? Yeah. I don't know if he did say it like that or they've made it a bit harsher. I think he was generally saying everyone might have to do something different, but it came across pretty bad that he basically said, people who are out of work, actors and musicians, do something else. So, yeah. If we could do something else, we fucking would. Do you know what I mean? I'd love to be a doctor or an architect, right? Or a scientist. But all I can do is this shit. Also, I'm pretty insulted that he thinks that I fucking trained in the first place for this. Imagine it. Yeah, I'm a qualified fucking idiot. What would I do? I, I can do anything in entertainment or comedy or anything. Or the arts, I guess. It would be something, I think it would be something to do with science and nature, either academic or just, helping wildlife, even if it was like volunteering, keeping woodlands. It'd be quite nice, wouldn't it? I'd be quite good at that. A woodman, you know what I mean? Like an old fashioned. I live in a log cabin in the woods. I chop down trees that are dangerous. I get visited by sort of magic goblins and fairies when I lose my axe. And I go. I remember there was a fable when I was little. A woodman, right? He broke his axe and he couldn't work. He 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 smashed it. And he threw it in the river and he was distraught. I can't work right. And then a little magic goblin came up and they went, "Oh, what's the matter?" He went, "I've lost my axe." And they went down and the goblin came up with a solid gold axe. It goes, "Is this yours?" And the bloke went, "Oh, no, it's not. It's not mine." And he went, "Oh, is this it?" And it was made of solid silver. And he went, "No, it's not mine." And the goblin brought up the broken one and went, "Is this yours?" He went, "That's my axe." And the goblin said, "Well, because you've been so honest, you can have the other two as well." Life's not fucking like that. In reality, that woodman would see that solid gold axe and the little goblin would go, "Is that yours?" And he'd go, "Let me just test it." He'd fucking smash the goblin in the face and go and walk off with a solid gold axe. That's that's society these days. Yeah, something to do with science and nature. Bella the Whippet, here she is. Would you rather wake up? First of all, it's waking up into something horrendous, isn't it? Would you rather wake up from a long nap with a dead leg and have to walk with a limp all day? So sweet. They're so sweet and they're not as consequential as having the fucking head of a beach ball or shrinking. Just a dead leg all day. I walk with a limp all day. I do anyway, Bella. I walk around with a limp all day anyway. Just because I'm old and it's all broken and I refuse to give up. So I wake up, I can hardly walk, and then I play tennis again. And I feel all right for that hour, and then I can't walk for 2 days. Told you, this is like a wreck. This is like an old fucking car, and I'm just still fucking speeding with it. And then I'm just gonna fucking break down and burst into flames on the motorway. And people are gonna come and they put it out and go, "It's fucking hell, I can't believe it was even allowed on the road." So a dead leg, or wake up with your tongue hanging out and have to talk with a lisp all day. Well, it's the limp. Just walk around with a limp all day. Because also, people would go, "Oh, you got a limp?" I go, "Yeah, I woke up with a dead leg." Whereas people won't go, "Your tongue's hanging out, you got a lisp." They won't do that. They do that. No, we don't do that. I bet you've never, someone with a tongue flat and a lisp, right? I bet you've never gone, "You got a lisp." You wouldn't, would you? Whereas I bet you've said, "Oh, what's happened to your leg?" So I do that. I have the limp because I wouldn't want to make people feel uncomfortable. Thoughtful, isn't it? Right. Is this still working? I've no idea anymore. Kermit. Kermit's a cat. Does your human get mad when you walk on the kitchen counter as soon as you've left the litter box? Yeah. My human does get mad at it. I quite like the idea of just, I could be a cat, easy. Just wee anywhere, just sleep anywhere, eat when you want. Just fucking lay around. And they keep fit by stretching. That's it. They go, and then they're fucking ready. Then they can do anything. They could be sleeping for 23 hours, right? And they can stretch, and then they can just fucking run up the stairs. So, yeah, I my human does get annoyed when I do that. Also, how do you feel about me dating Bella the Whippet? That's nothing to do with me, Kermit. That's between a cat and a dog. I'm not getting involved with that. Here he is. It's Rupert. Uncle, my question is, how the hell did you get Samuel L. Jackson to star in an episode of Extras? And what was he like to work with? Did you choose him because you love Pulp Fiction, or just because it was Samuel L. Jackson? Who is an epic and a hero of mine. All right. Well, Rube, yeah, just because he was Samuel L. Jackson, iconic. Well, I thought we could do more. Within it was about it was about his gravitas and how in awe we were of him as sort of extras. And he's the first one we filmed. He was only available. He was available, I think, 3 weeks before the production started. So we got a studio for one day and set his scene up, and then closed down, and people went back to their normal job for like a month. That's how important Samuel L. Jackson is. And I remember it was everyone's first day on Extras, and we were waiting for him to just do his scene, and everyone was really quiet, about 50 people in the room, and Samuel Jackson walked in. Everyone just sort of like put their head down, like it was the Pope, and then he looked down and he sort of did his shoe up, and I said, to break the ice loudly, I can't believe he ties his own fucking shoes. And he laughed, and everyone laughed, and that was it. He's great, lovely man, just normal and funny and brilliant. So yeah, Gunnar. To quote The Office, would you be happy to be remembered like this? Interviewer, how would you like to be remembered? David Brent, simply as the man who put a smile on the face of everyone he met. That'd be great. That would be brilliant. That would be genuinely brilliant. I mean, the joke within the show was that David Brent won't be known as that because he was slightly delusional about how popular and funny he was, and so he had sort of delusions of grandeur. But and anyone who says that probably does, because it's very presumptuous to think that is how you'll be remembered so specifically. How do you remember it? The world says, as the man who put a smile on the face of everyone he met. But no, I don't. I think you could do a lot worse than have that as your sort of legacy. I'd be very happy with that. He was fat and he was funny, and then he died. That's brilliant. That's all I need to say on the news. Ricky Gervais, the comedian creator of The Office and Afterlife, has died peacefully in bed, stuffed, full of food and wine. He was fat and funny and would be missed by some people. Depressing again there. Brenda, question. After, what was it? What? After getting COVID-19-ish bullet point checklist of where my career is going, nowhere, should I A, ignore. B, do what makes me happy. Is doing what makes you happy totally unattainable? No, that's all you should do. If you're doing a career path, if you're not happy and you don't know what to do, I think that's the only thing you need to do. What would make you happy? Just try for that. Because even trying to do something that makes you happy, you're doing something you like, aren't you? Doing another thing that you might hate or not do it and putting off and go, I've never bought that a stepping stone. I've never bought that thing where people go, oh, I work really hard in a job I hate for 20 years because then I can do what I like. It just doesn't happen. I think it's better to struggle financially for 20 years, but you're doing what you like every day. How could you you can't have wasted that time if you were doing what you wanted. The money's just irrelevant. Whereas if you're earning and you're getting all the things together, you're getting fucking boats, houses, but you hate your fucking job, you've got all the things you wanted, but you've hated it. That doesn't make sense to me. That's never made sense to me. It's no brainer. It's just better to be happy and poor than less happy. And it's a no-brainer. Do what you love. Easy. Yeah. So I know that sounds like it's easier than done, but it's not really. There's a bit on Jerry Seinfeld's comedian DVD, and his support act is saying to Jerry, oh, I've been doing this for 15 years, and everyone I went to college with, they work in a bank now, and they're earning 10 times what I'm earning. And Jerry says, is there something you'd rather been doing for the last 15 years? And he went, no, I love this. And Jerry went, there you go then. It's just, I just thought, yeah, exactly. So yeah, I mean, you've got to earn money, you've got to live, but you don't need a lot. You don't need a lot. I don't know what people think they're missing. And it's worse these days when people sort of go on Instagram and see people in designer clothes standing next to a boat. That's not their boat. And they're not happy. They're not happy. They wouldn't be posing in front of someone else's boat and putting on Instagram if they were happy. Don't worry about that. Do what you like every day. Me, it's sitting here drinking, talking bollocks. Where are you watching from? So, are you happy? Yeah, I'm happy. I've always been happy. Always been happy. Happy when I was poor. Happy as a child. Happy all the time. Because I tried to rule out anything that didn't make me happy. Which is why I didn't go to the dentist for 10 years. So, so there are some things you should do. So back to so those are the stupid fucking questions I get. So do you think this would work live, maybe with a friend? So it'd be me on stage, a few hundred people in the audience, socially distanced, that came with their friends, up to 4 people or whatever. I'd play a song. I'd chat. I could have their questions in advance, like this. There'd be me and asking the questions, arguing about it. I mean, who wouldn't want to see me and another comedian argue about whether it's better to be 3 foot with a beach ball head or 9 foot with a pineapple head? That'd be entertaining, wouldn't it? 20 quid, 90 minutes entertainment. I think it'd be fun. It'd be nice for people to just get out and know it's safe. It's a new thing. They'd go, they'd sit, it would be comedy and bollocks. and nonsense. I could play some records. Thoughts? Yes, please. Yes. Well, that's. And I'll do some. I'll do a few warm-ups this year for Supernature. It's funny because I've been writing little bits and pieces to update Supernature to make it relevant for now, and I've got some really good stuff, really good new stuff. But then I'm thinking, but by the time I do Supernature for real, hopefully this will be out of date. So will I go back to what Supernature was last year before all this shit happened? It's odd. It's an odd situation. Like writing Afterlife 3. At the moment, I'm not referencing it or thinking of will the extras be in masks? You know, will the office be people not in being on Zoom? I don't want that because I've sort of created this sort of strange, idyllic, timeless but retro world, and it burst the bubble. If suddenly everyone in Townbury has got this sort of life, but now they're all fucking wearing masks and worrying about COVID. I'm just hoping it'll settle down. And also, I don't think this won't end humanity. Another one, the next one will. The next thing will come, won't it? Someone will just. What's this one? Oh, well, they'll be fucking. Someone somewhere's been eating aardvarks. Really? Yeah, and it's the worst fucking disease ever. Your eyes fall out because someone ate a fucking aardvark. So that'll kill us. We've got obviously civil war still. That's still a nice little possibility. Global warming. So yeah. Probably puts it in perspective, doesn't it? I was getting angry at the fucking mic not working. Anyway, that was some absolute bollocks for you. What should I call the live thing? What should I call the... I was thinking I could call it Deadly Serious Live, but that doesn't make sense because it's not on Sirius, because that was a pun. Talking Bollocks? That's a bit wacky, isn't it? Talking Bollocks. You don't want to buy a ticket to... I'm going to Talking Bollocks tonight. Ricky and Chums? That's... Thought... Give me a title. Supposing the first one was me doing this bollocks, right, with getting people questions and chatting. So supposing the first one was me, Diane Morgan, and Sean McLaughlin, right? Like, you know, a typical sort of Deadly Serious thing. What should I call it? And I get questions from the audience at half time or something. Have a think. Well, this was worse than usual, I think. I started off with it facing the wrong way, the camera. The mic didn't work. I didn't play it cool. I just went, fucking hell, it's not working. Questions were of the usual standard, which is obviously shite. I was a bit annoyed with everything. We talked about me dying again. So yeah, probably average. Or we're looking at there's a couple of people interested to sponsor it, but obviously what I don't want to do is put adverts on it. I said no to that. I'll just say we're sponsored. They said we could do it on retrospective. I said no, because I want people to just watch it and enjoy it and not feel they're watching an advert. So I just wanted to say, just someone give me 10 grand saying this is sponsored by you. I can still say all this shite and swear. Oh dear. I don't ask much, do I? But I'm doing it for you. So I don't want it to change it. Certainly not improve it. And I don't want you to get stressed or pay anything or take away from your enjoyment of this absolute bollocks half hour. Ricky ranting. Ricky lives, or is that live? Ricky lives. Ricky lives is good because it's a cross between like Frankenstein's monster, like going fuck me, it lives, and I'm still alive, which is, I think, to be celebrated. Ricky lives is good. Ricky lives. Oh God. Good. Well, let's end it there. I might do an Instagram this week. If not, what day is it? Wednesday. I'll see you. See you Sunday. Thanks for following. Tickets go on sale Friday morning for that live thing in London. It's just a one-off, and that's Supernature warm up. And I'll look for a place to do this live, just for fun, just to give you something to do. Yeah, good. Not good. Pretty bad, really. But I had a lot of requests for an old feature, Cock in a Drain. So this is this is someone walking along the street and seeing a cock sticking out of a drain. All right. All right. Cock in a drain. Right. Cheers. Be nice to animals. Tatty bye, everyone. Tatty bye.